So my name is Sorsha Dihir. I'm a youth campus leader with the BGCL, and this is Josh Hallowell, who is an entrepreneur in Southern Alberta, and we will be asking some questions to help you um, choose a career. So what do you do for a living, and maybe what are some of the more specific jobs that you work at or own?
So as an entrepreneur, I basically start companies that I use to fill gaps in the market in order to make money. So for instance, I've learned that where I live, things like snow removal, yard care, home renovations, painting, and house cleaning specifically there's big gaps here in the market. So as an entrepreneur, I've started companies, invested in the tools and materials and potential training that me or my employees require to do these jobs. And then I'm getting myself out there marketing and getting it so that people who require these services are looking me up and paying me to complete tasks and projects for them.
Sounds great. And why did you originally get into this career?
I originally got into it for two reasons. One, I was working in a union house. I was fresh out of university, highly motivated, very ambitious, and my boss was very jaded and very lazy, and he didn't like me very much. And he basically weeded me out, and I had to figure out something to do. And I realized I had a lot of skills, and I wanted to make money. And I was tired of making minimum wage or not very good, well-paying jobs, and tired of making other people rich with my skills. So I started my own company so I could use my skills to make myself money and get rich.
Sounds great. And what does the day-to-day look like for this career?
Every day is different in terms of what I'm doing. So one day I might be mowing grass, the next day I'm pruning somebody's trees, the next day I'm fixing their deck, the next day I'm fixing a fence. Of course, like a deck or fence might be like 2 weeks at a time that I'm doing that every single day, but things are very different because the seasons change, and then it's snow and interior renovations like tiling and demolitions and painting. I like it like that because it makes my life very interesting. But the overall kind of arc is daily is taking care of the back end of the company, finding customers, quoting jobs, completing jobs. That's very general sort of day-to-day work.
Wonderful. And what type of training or schooling did you need to become an entrepreneur?
The beauty of becoming an entrepreneur is you don't have to have any sort of training, depending on what you're doing. Now, if you want to be like, say, an electrician and being an entrepreneur style electrician where you start your own electrical company, then obviously you need a ticket as an electrician. But for a lot of the work that I do, you don't actually need any sort of special ticket or any sort of special training. Of course, having some training like first aid or like a forklift ticket or some kind of machine operating ticket, or any kind of trade like carpentry or welding or anything like that will definitely like be an asset for how do I put this? My mother always told me the more tools that you have in your toolbox, the more money you can make and the more opportunities you have. So don't just like, if you want to be a really successful entrepreneur, I think that you don't want to just go at one specific thing. You want to have a breadth, a very wide range of skills, but you can tailor that to whatever serves you personally, as opposed to, you have to do this.
Great. Yeah, that's some good advice as well. So how does someone get a job in this field? You may have already covered that a little bit.
Well, technically it's not really a job
Mm-hmm.
because you're creating your own work. So it's actually really easy. All you have to do is be confident and sure of yourself and know that whatever you're going to tell somebody you're going to do for them, that you can do the task and complete it and do a good job. Because people really, really, really like it when you do a good job. It's almost crucial, because when you can tell somebody, or when you can find somebody who has a problem, you can provide the solution for them, do a good job of making the solution happen, then the next time they have a problem, they're going to call you again. Or if their friend or coworker or someone they know has the same problem, they're going to recommend you to them. So really is if you can just get your foot in the door and do a few jobs for a few people of whatever it happens to be. It could be cleaning out a sink. It could be fixing a window. That grows as long as you're good at what you do and you do good work and you have good personal skills.
Wonderful. What are some of the challenges that you have faced in this career?
Oh geez, like abject poverty. Like starting with nothing and barely making enough money to like pay your bills because you're investing every single cent that you make off of the jobs back into your company, you know, buying tools and equipment and trucks and all the stuff you need to, you know, make things happen. And then also, you know, like failure can be a mood killer. It can like destroy your morale. It's okay to fail. You have to fail to learn, to do better, but failure can cost a lot of money. And if you make a big mistake, it can, you know, you'll don't quote a job properly or something, and all of a sudden now you didn't make money on a job or something. Like it can be really stressful, and some days it can be like really hard to, you know, get yourself motivated. But the biggest thing, I'd say the hardest thing is like fighting your own procrastination, like getting up every day and forcing yourself to be disciplined and to go make things happen and get stuff done. Because, you know, there is no like, oh, if I don't show up to work, I get fired thing because you don't have a job. Like you're relying on your own motivation and your own daily activities to generate what you're making for yourself. So you have to be focused. You have to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. It's hard some days. You want to just lay in bed and watch Netflix.
Yes. So do you have any advice or tips for youth interested in becoming an entrepreneur? And what would you tell someone new to the career?
Someone who's new to the career, what I would tell you is don't give up. Just keep going. If you stay working hard every day and you keep a good attitude and you don't give up, you will succeed. It's guaranteed. If you want to start becoming an entrepreneur, you can start right now. I started my very first entrepreneurial activity when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. My mom handed me a snow shovel, and every time it snowed, I would go up and down my street with a snow shovel, and people would pay me $2 a toonie to shovel their whole driveway. And I would make money, and then I'd go and I'd buy Lego and I'd buy action figures or go to the candy store and buy candy or whatever. But I thought I was a high roller in the winter times because I was making a whole bunch of money. And, you know, it's funny, I'm 33 years old now and I still shovel snow for money, but a lot more money now, and I have way fancier tools. So I'd say if you want to be an entrepreneur, start now, start today. There are, even as like a teenager or a young person, you definitely have some skill that you can use to solve some problem for somebody that they will give you money for. Guaranteed. You just have to figure out what that is.
Perfect. And where can you find your stuff, information on your company and what you do?
The best place probably to find information on my company is my website, which is synergypermaculture.ca. It's kind of sort of taken care of. I've learned over the years that websites are meh. I do more work for people that I just meet on the street than I ever meet on the internet. I take a lot of photos, and I have a lot of posts on my Instagram page, which is Synergy Permaculture Inc., and my Facebook page, Synergy Permaculture, that I post a lot of photos of my work on so that customers have an idea of what I do, or else just send me a message, be like, hey, what do you do? Show me some of your stuff. I have tons of pictures. I can show you all the fun stuff I do.
Wonderful. Okay. So if any youth have questions for Josh, they can submit it on our website, and his email would be provided as well. And we will be posting more videos throughout the week, so check those out. And thank you very much, Josh, for your time. I know you're very busy, so this is a great help.
You're very welcome, and have a good day. And go out and kill it, kids. You got this.
Wonderful.